The last model we're going to test as part of the playground is the DALL-E model, specifically version 3 of this model. To create a new resource to use this model for text-to-image generation, remember to follow the table that indicates where the resource you want to use is available. In this case, you may recall we said earlier that the DALL-E 2 model or version was only available in the US East region, while the DALL-E 3 version is available exclusively in Sweden Central. So, if we want to use this model, we'll create a new Azure OpenAI resource within the Sweden Central region. Here, you'll need to fill in the information we went through in a previous video, such as the resource name and pricing tier. Once you've created this resource, you'll go back to the resource dashboard and again click on the option to go to the Azure OpenAI Studio, which will take you to the previously seen portal. On this portal, you can select the tab called DALL-E Preview, where you can see the deployment. In my case, is the DALL-E 3 version. If you've created a specific region for DALL-E 2, it will display the relevant information for that specific resource type. Here in the playground, we have a text box where we can enter text to generate a new image. Let's input a text, for example, an elephant walking through the middle of the desert. Let's see how good this model is at generating images from text. I haven't given much description of what I want. I simply said I want an elephant walking through the middle of the desert. While the image is being generated, you can explore different options above, such as viewing the code you could use within your application. You can also see the configuration of this model to specify a different size for the image. You can also specify the style you want for your image and its quality. These are very useful parameters that aim to allow the creation of images at different resolutions and with various artistic effects, as well as varying quality levels. After a few seconds, you can see that we now have the image generated by DALL-E version 3. You can see that it is a spectacular image. It's an image that looks like a real photograph. Here we have an elephant walking through the middle of the desert. We can perform some tasks here, such as copying the prompt we used. We can generate a new image in case we did not like the one produced by DALL-E. We can download this image in the specified resolution. Also, we can view the code used to generate this image. And finally, we can delete this image if we so wish. Another feature that is very useful in DALL-E 3 is that you can now generate text in a fairly spectacular way. For example, I'm going to paste a new prompt here that says a candy store with a sign that reads Grand Opening. Let's see what this generates. We'll give it a few seconds for this image to be generated. Okay, after a few seconds, we see that we now have this spectacular image, which I really like, as it is a candy store. You can see here the different large jars with candies in them. You can tell that it closely matches the prompt I indicated. There's a grand opening, and therefore there's a crowd of people enjoying the event. At the top, we also have the sign we specified with exact text, that is, grand opening, which demonstrates that DALL-E 3 in its version 3 is a fairly advanced model for generating realistic images, and it also allows for text generation, which is very surprising today, but will undoubtedly be something normal in the future.